couple of things I want to bring up as far as news stories and get your opinion. The sword fight in Brampton. Did you see this?
I seen it online.
There's a couple of things I want to tie in, and you can let me know if you don't want to talk about it or not. Because I posted a YouTube video about two podcasters who got accosted or got assaulted, basically, right? And this is also in Brampton.
Yeah.
What is going on, bro?
Okay.
For somebody who's from the South Asian community as well, you know what I'm saying? What do you think is going on?
So, how do I put this? First of all, the podcasters, they got beat up because they stated an opinion, and the majority of the audience didn't agree with it.
Interesting.
There was a woman in India. There's a huge movement online, the core movement. And the disappointing thing is the same people who reposted Sidhu and every single post that he has haven't reposted about this woman who took her own life because her husband was beating her ass.
Wow.
Shame on every single one of you. Because this woman might not get enough reposts or likes the way Sidhu does, but it's your obligation to take care of a woman she took her own life. She was getting beat up for years. She put a hidden camera and recorded herself getting beat up. She had the evidence. Indian police don't care. She took her life, and that's where this movement spawned from. And then these guys are like, oh, don't try to bring Canadian or North American laws into India.
Right.
Okay, I understand that, but you should still stand up for this woman who no longer has a voice.
Right.
So, do I condone violence? No. Do I think what happened to those guys was fair or justified? No. Because they are out there using their platform to state their opinion. When you're using your platform to state your opinion, that's your platform. You don't have to listen. But what you can do as a human being, instead of beating some guy up, is have a conversation. Or also start your own platform and have a conversation and share your opinion. So shame on everybody who does not support this woman that took her own life in such a turbulent situation.
So just to get a little bit more clarity on this, you're saying that the podcasters were bringing attention to this or not bringing attention to it?
They were going, how do I put this?
Like they were speaking out against that?
They were just like, because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of Punjabis around the world and a lot of Indians. So what they did was they band together and started this movement to try to bring this guy to justice for beating up his wife, because the cops haven't intervened. They don't care.
Right.
Right? It's not like in Canada, if they would have caught a video of a guy beating up his wife, dead or not, they would go and charge him.
Yeah.
They're not doing that. Right? So they want this man charged for essentially, for something, for beating up this woman. But they're not doing it. So these guys said, hey, this isn't Canada, this isn't America, this isn't England. Don't try to take our laws and enforce them on another police jurisdiction, something along those lines.
Right, the podcasters are saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this whole sword fight, listen, each and every one of you, and I'm talking about immigrants, students that are Indian or African or from anywhere in the world, and you have enough money to come here to be a student, and then you want to live the thug life, you're a jackass. Outright.
Okay, so can we stop there for a quick second?
Yeah.
And we'll use this as like the last thing to where we end off our conversation.
Yeah.
Right? Because we spoke, you mentioned Sidhu Moosewala, right? And what you just mentioned there with exchange students who get into the gangster stuff, right? I was doing my research when I was doing the documentary, and I seen that was a common thing. That there's a lot of exchange students that come down to Canada, whether it's over there in BC or over here and in places like Brampton and other places over here, and they end up becoming gangsters. Why is that, bro?
So they think that, okay, I'm gonna, and most of these kids are very smart.
I would imagine so.
India is highly competitive when it comes to academics. You're not just gonna be a half-witted kid or a broke kid that comes out here for education, number one. So they want to leave Canada, they want to leave India to come to a better situation in Canada. And then instead of going to school, they want to get rich now instead of getting rich later. And they want to sell drugs. They want to rob people, whatever it is that they're doing illegally. Let me explain something to you. You can't go to school to become a gangster, and you can't start when you're in your 20s. It's too late. It's either you're brought up with it and you're surrounded about it, so you're aware of what's going on, so you don't get your brains blown out or end up doing 10 years in jail. You guys are not gangsters. Just because you come to Canada and start selling drugs and robbing people or whatever, come on, man. Being a gangster is not cool. There is not a single person that is locked up or who that has been locked up will say that being a gangster is cool. Every single one of those guys that are locked up doing 10, 20, 30, 40 life sentences right now, they will tell you, oh my God, you're an immigrant and you came to Canada for education and you wanted to be a gangster. They'll look at you and think you're a loser.
Yeah.
I think you're a loser. Outright. And I don't even like to use that word against people. Why be a gangster? Go do your engineering. A gangster, my friend. You are not gangsters. You are immigrant kids or students that have come to a country for education. Pursue that. You know when you're going to regret it? When you're doing 10 years.
Longer. Yo, man.
Sorry, man. Like, I don't mean to come at people like that, but the people that think it's cool to be a gangster, you're a moron.
No, fam. I appreciate you, giving these words to the audience and these messages.